as Charles Leclerc joined the title fight. Welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager Series. And yes, Charles Leclerc had a great result last time out. Considering he struggled a little bit early on in this season, it was, of course, a win in Spa for Charles and Kimi Antonelli in P2, a 1-2 in Spa, our best result of the season. And can we kick on today as we head to Hungary? And we must say, Kimi had a stellar defence at the end of that race to hold off both Red Bulls in Max Verstappen and Liam Lawson. So really good drive from Kimi. But Charles Leclerc gets his first win for Maserati. And it means that Max Verstappen leads the Drivers' Championship now by 13 points over Kimi Antonelli. But Liam Lawson and Charles Leclerc also gain on Verstappen. Lawson only 2 points, but Leclerc gets 12 points and brings himself within 50 points of Max. So if Charles can go on a little bit of a winning run, he'll certainly be in this Drivers' Championship. Constructors, we've gained on Red Bull, so we're getting closer in that fight, just 19 points. So fingers crossed for a great result here in Hungary. And it's 18 days until we get there. And we should have 2 designs finished, side pod and suspension. So we'll have 2 new designs on the car for Budapest as well. And those side pods that we were talking about are finished. So let us manufacture those. We can do normal. Both of them will be ready. So that's beautiful stuff. Opens up another design slot, of course. Let's go for a front wing. And we'll do 0.8 on the CFD, 13 on the wind tunnel. Minimum lifespan to 2 to 4. Do you want a bit of tyre preservation? I want to get that tyre preservation a little bit. Airflow. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's go with that then. It's going to be 1 engineer. And it's going to be 44 days. Right, the suspension design is completed as well. But we've only got 7 days now till Hungary. So we'll go... yeah, we could do... We'll have to do... Yeah, we won't get both of them. So I have to do 1 emergency. And then the next one, 7 days. Yes, then the rest we can do on normal. There we go. Of course, that opens up another design slot. Let's go rear wing this time. And we'll use the remaining CFD and wind tunnel hours. You know the drill. Minimum lifespan right down. I'll bring that high speed up slightly. And let's go for that 1 engineer at 44 days. Right, because we do have so much cash, we've got $74 million, we are going to upgrade the wind tunnel and the CFD simulator as well. Yeah, race targets then for Hungary, 18th or higher for both drivers, and I shall join you before Q1. Okay, it's going to be a wet qualifying session here, or at least Q1, and we're at 99% set up for Leclerc, 96 for Antonelli, so not quite at 100%, but again, they're very high on their driver confidence, so you're looking very good as we head into Q1 and hoping to take the fight to Max and Liam Lawson and those Red Bulls as always. Okay, we're coming to the end of this Q1 session. It's been very up and down. Is Max Verstappen on a hot lap? He is. Yes, he is. The weather's been up and down, but we're just on the final runs. Everyone on Inters now. Leclerc's got purple. So that's looking good to get him through in the drop zone at the moment. And he is through. And now Antonelli, hopefully to do the same. As Verstappen, only P12 in the end for Verstappen. Antonelli goes P5. And Verstappen is going to survive. Is he? Yeah, he is. In lap. So Verstappen survives, but both our drivers safely through to Q2. Okay, we may be having problems here. We were set to be on the Inters automatically. We went out because the track level, but it's not improved. It's not increased from 0.8. And mostly everyone else is on the soft tyres here. So I think we're going to be in trouble here because it's not going to get dry again at the end. And yeah, all of those on the softs going quicker than us. This is going to be us out in Q2 here, I believe. Although someone's locked up, that will help. But Behrman at 1:16.9. We're not going to be anywhere near... Oh, actually, it was only a 2-3 tenths. What's Verstappen stayed in the garage? Perez only on an out lap. We need the rain to hit before some of these finish their laps.
Copy.
Magnussen doesn't go quicker. Mick Schumacher doesn't go quicker. Okay, some of them are starting to struggle now. But why has Max not gone out here? He is going out now. Right, Max is out. Now it's changed to damp. This is going to be interesting to see. Because it's getting wetter and wetter. And Max has only done the first sector. So, is Max going to be able to get through here? Some of these are 2.6 off the fastest lap though. So, I think Max has still got a chance. But this could be massive in the championship if Verstappen doesn't get through. I just noticed Liam Lawson was knocked out in Q1. I could completely missed that. There's only one Red Bull. So, Red Bull having a stinker so far with Lawson out. And Verstappen needs this lap. Is he going to be able to pull it out? If anyone can do it, Max can do it. We're about to find out. That's the same. Mick Schumacher 2.3 off. That's quite a bit. So Max might be able to do it here as he crosses the line. And he goes P3. What a lap from Verstappen on a wetter track. So he's going to be safely through. And that should be just about it for Q2. Okay, most cars have gone back out. We've decided not to. We should be safely through though. As we've now got checkered flag. And we are through as well as Max Verstappen to Q3. Q3, and Antonelli's had a spin on his outlap.
And the rear just lets go. In the end, just a helpless pass.
Shouldn't be costly because in this Q3 session, again, the track is kind of staying mostly the same, maybe a little bit better towards the end. Coming towards the end of this first run then, and it's not affected in that spin, Kimi Antonelli, 32.2 first sector, 32.29 though, so it's only 6/100 of a second quicker. Charles does a 28.9 middle, 28.9, that is so close. These are neck and neck, our two drivers, but it's going to be Leclerc to cross the line first of all. Let's see what time he sets. He's going to go first because he's the first driver across the line. And it is a 1:26 flat. What about Kimi Antonelli? This is going to be pretty close between our two drivers. Kimi Antonelli heading to the line. Does he take pole? Provisional pole? He does. It's gone a little bit further than I thought. Just over a tenth of a second in favour to Kimi. Now, interestingly, Verstappen's gone out quite early here in Q3. And the track level has dropped a little bit more. But I don't know when he just... Has he just started his lap? Yeah, so it has now sort of set at 3.74. So I think he will get away with that. We just had to get away with some traffic, and it means our two drivers are in a slipstream together. They're too close. This is not going to be great. It's not going to work for us, this. And, yeah, Leclerc's out on the outside. What is going on? That is not good. That's going to wreck it. Verstappen on pole, provisional pole by 1.2 seconds. And our drivers having a race in qualifying, which is not ideal. And they're currently 7th and 8th, and I doubt they're going to improve at this rate. No, they do not. 32.4, 32.6. Pretty slow times there. So they're going to have to go some now. I think they probably lost about half a second at least in that first sector. So whilst Lawson is out in Q1, Verstappen is going to be on pole. Can we get any higher than 7th and 8th? We have gone green through the middles. 28.5 Leclerc, 28.5 Antonelli. But yeah, I don't know how much that first sector cost us. Leclerc getting a little bit of a slipstream off his teammate. Antonelli across the line. He goes to P2. Leclerc doesn't improve enough though, and he will start P8. Got unlucky really with the traffic, put him right on the gearbox of his teammate. Would have been better just sitting in the slipstream the whole lap, and he would have probably got P3. But look how close that was between Behrman and Antonelli. But Verstappen will start pole, Antonelli P2. Work to do for Leclerc in P8. So full classification then, and a quite mixed up top 10 here. Max on pole, Kimi second, Ollie Behrman third, Carlos Sainz and Pierre Gasly in the Astons 4th and 5th. Then we've got Albon in the second, Williams 6th. So 2 Williams and 2 Aston Martins in the top 6. Leclerc 8th, K-Mag 9th, and Teo Portier in the Alpine that's yet to score a point yet, P10. And what we missed was down here. Look at this. Look at this bottom 4. Lando Norris, George Russell, Liam Lawson, Oscar Piastri. 2 McLarens, Ferrari and a Red Bull, all in the bottom 4. Okay, this is a strategy then. Kimi Antonelli starts P2. He's going to go soft, hard, soft. Leclerc is going to go longer on the first stint, on the hard, then medium, then soft. Longer first stint because he's starting P8. Hopefully some kind of safety car in and around lap 20 to 30 that he can capitalise on. But let's see how we go then. Hopefully, Kimi Antonelli can fight Max, and Leclerc, well, he's really got to try and get to P3, even at this early stage, to keep the title dream alive. But hopefully, we'll both finish ahead of Lawson, who starts way down in the back of the pack. Here we go. We've got 4 lights. We've got 5 as we wait for them to go out, and we get underway. Max Verstappen and Antonelli in P2. Can Antonelli get the jump on Max Verstappen nice and early here? He's having a look. He's pretty close. Looks at the inside. He's going to switch to the outside. Looks to have lost a little bit of time, though. It's going to be a long way from there, but has a look. Can't quite get it done. Charles Leclerc started P8, still P8, so at least he hasn't gone backwards, but no gains made on that opening start from the grid there. But Antonelli all over the back of Max Verstappen early on here. Can he find an opportunity? We know Max can get away quite easily here. So what we need to do is try and make the move on him. We don't want to give him that nice clean air that he's getting at the moment, of course, because as I say, once he's got that, he can pull the gap, and it might be a very long afternoon for us. Although, I think we're pretty confident beginning a podium here with Kimi. Don't know what we'll do with Charles Leclerc. As I say, starting in P8, he's got work to do. Hopefully, he can get back to the podium. Bit of a saving grace for him is Lawson was knocked out in Q1, so we should still get good points over Red Bull and the Constructors, as Kimi Antonelli thinking about a look. Well, he had a look, thinking about a move, didn't go for the move. Lost a bit of time, actually, there. Compromised. And that's not great, because he's going to lose time now when he could have been right on the tail of Max Verstappen. It actually brings Behrman closer and the pack. So, yeah, unfortunately, not working out there for Kimi Antonelli. Leclerc, yeah, he's just in amongst it, really, with Albon and Magnussen. Haven't looked at tyres as Verstappen sets a fast lap of the race, and he's actually on the mediums, Antonelli on the softs, and then we've got a mixture, really, of medium and softs. Few hard runners on there joining Leclerc, 3 others by the looks of it. So it's going to be difficult to challenge Max today. Leclerc has now extended that gap on Magnussen, but he does need to close down some of these guys. And so I expect Albon, Colapinto, Behrman all to be in very shortly. And I wonder if Albon's going to come in this lap. Any of these coming in? Yes, Albon is in. Yeah, so Perez, we're still 1.6 off Perez. What's his tyres now? 58. So we've got a big margin on Perez, even though he was on the hards as well. So Albon and Madison in. No, it's not a 1-stop for Leclerc. It's still a 2-stopper, but it's a much shorter medium stint. So he's going long, first of all. Because he started P8, we are hoping to capitalise on maybe a safety car in the first 30 laps. But in the first 14 laps, that's not happened, so we'll see. But if it doesn't happen, he'll be in lap 31. Then quite an aggressive stint on the mediums and finishing on the softs. Antonelli is going to use the hard for the medium stint, so that's the difference. But Leclerc is 10 seconds off his teammates, so I don't think Leclerc can really challenge Antonelli today. But hopefully, he can get to the podium. Carlos Sainz all over the back of Antonelli. He's used 8% more tyre life, though. But there's a big gap to Behrman. Obviously, Sainz has got some good pace in that Aston, though, as he's about to overtake us, unless he's just used a lot of battery. But we're not going to fight this too hard. We'll re-overtake him next lap. Max got a 4-second lead. Behrman and Colapinto now in. So that will push Leclerc up to P5. But here comes Carlos Sainz then on the inside, and you get a double helping of DRS. That's going to help him pull away, especially with us out wide there. Not ideal. As I say, we should be able to come straight back at him here. And Leclerc is on Perez here, and he's down the inside, and Charles Leclerc is into P4 now. Good work from Charles then. He's only halfway through this stint. But he's making it work, and he's got to try and pull away from Perez because we don't want to be battling him for the remainder of this stint. But Perez, as I say, has used 18% more tyre life, so he'll be in a lot earlier than us. Leclerc will be the last one to stop in this race, so he'll probably come out quite far down the grid, but he'll have good pace on his next 2 stints. We hope, at least. And he's just about going to break that DRS to Perez. Yeah, it's over a second now. Right, let's jump back with Antonelli then. Could probably go aggressive a little bit. Ceres or Karen, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, let's go aggressive. Use a little bit of battery.
Mode attack.
So we jump on board, DRS battery going to the inside, and then once we get this done, we'll also get the second helping of the DRS, hopefully to pull away. Try and pull a gap then on Sainz, as Sainz the one out wide this time. Right, Charles Leclerc has caught Carlos Sainz as Max Verstappen pits. So Max Verstappen on his mediums, quite early on the mediums. And Sainz is pitting as well. Do we still pick up the DRS? Can't remember where the detection zone is here. I think we should, because we're still behind him. Technically. No, we don't. It must be around that second corner, but that's fine. So Leclerc on his way. Here we go then with a first pit garage, because first garage in the pit lane, because we won the Constructors last year. So hopefully a nice clean stop here. Going on to the hards now with Kimi. 2.1, near enough 2.2, but we're happy with that. Where do we come out? Verstappen should be ahead of us. Perez yet to stop. Yeah, Behrman Albon stopped really early, didn't they? So, they going to get an undercut on us? No, they're still not going to get the undercut on us. So, Antonelli, really, unless he can catch Max, has got a quiet afternoon, because he's in a net P2, really. But here comes Charles Leclerc then. His first stop of 3 today. He's gone 31 laps on those hards. Good stint from Leclerc. Started 8th. And a 2-second stop. Very nice indeed. Where will he come out? Looks like Albon will be past us. Albon might be in front of Lawson. No, I think Lawson... It's going to be tight, but yeah, Lawson might just get us at the end of the pit lane. So we'll be out in front of Colapinto here. Oh my god, they nearly collided. That wouldn't have been ideal. Fighting for the Constructors, these two, and it got a little bit aggressive there. As we've got a yellow flag, please don't be a safety car now after we made Leclerc's stop. That would be awful. Don't think it is going to be, though. Looks to be someone going wide or a spin again. It is a crash. I'm completely wrong, but it's not going to be a safety car. Franco Colapinto, he was just behind us, and the RB... Oh, just a bit of a tap on the front left and right rear between Franco Colapinto and his Mercedes and one of the RB drivers. And that would have been K-Mag in the RB, but luckily no safety car, because we don't want a safety car at this stage. Right, Leclerc really needs to get past Lawson here. This is crucial for Leclerc's race. Then it's 5 seconds of clean air. As no penalties for K-Mag and Colapinto. Right, is Lawson going to come into the pits here? If not, we definitely need to be getting past him. Which we should be able to do. Well, on fresh tyres, he is not pitting, so we're going to have to do it on track. But again, we're using battery. We're going to get the DRS as well. It should be pretty easy pickings here. And we're going to stick to the inside as Charles. And there we go. It's done before the braking zone. Charles Leclerc, a bit compromised on entry, but he gets through. And DRS to pull away. And Charles starting to enjoy himself now. Can Charles fight his teammate at the end of this race? He's what? He's 16 seconds off Antonelli, though. I'd say he should be flying on this stint, so it might get close between those two towards the end, you know. I could be wrong on that, but we'll wait and see. Let's go neutral now on there. We have got to overtake Alex Albon as well. Yeah, Albon 44% on his hards. Lawson trying his best to stay with us in the DRS. He's near enough doing it, is Lawson. Can we get into the DRS of Albon, though? We will. That's crucial. So Lawson won't get the DRS. We're going to get the DRS on Albon. Took a lot of time out of him already on that lap, and we should get past him then to move ourselves up to P4. Oh, we have to pull out of that. Albon's going to cover the centre of the track. That'll open up the racing line for Charles Leclerc. And again, before the braking zone, we're already past. And Leclerc then up to P4. Started P8, and he's having a nice little race now, Charles. And now we can hunt down Sainz, and as soon as he's done that, he'll have 10 seconds of clean air, and the next man up the road will be his teammate. Antonelli really has enjoyed the hard tyres, has he? Where Charles Leclerc kind of got him to work for him. Are we going to jump down the inside here? No, too far back. Right, Leclerc losing a bit of time here behind Sainz, but we should be able to get past him now, or is he going to jump into the pits? He does jump into the pits. Did Albon retain DRS? No, he doesn't. What is Max doing? 11 seconds. Yeah, it's one of those races where Max is dominating, unfortunately. He has used more tyre life than us, though, so we're hoping we might be quicker in the final stint, but I don't know if we're going to be 12 seconds quicker. Leclerc to Antonelli is now just 4 seconds. Looks like Antonelli's struggling to get past Ocon there. Leclerc is nearly 2 seconds a lap quicker on that final lap. Soy, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So I am going to ask Antonelli to move out of the way. If Leclerc drags Antonelli with him, then great. But Leclerc has got the pace right now. Nearly 2 seconds a lap quicker. We can't be allowing him to be held up. And he's now getting a slipstream off his teammate, so it won't be long now till Antonelli pulls out of the way. Though their tyres are going to cross over shortly, because although Leclerc's on that softer medium tyre, he's 5% is the margin now, so... And Max has still got a 13-second lead. But yeah, Leclerc is taking nearly a second out of Max as well, or he was at least. So you're going to have to let Leclerc go here. As Teo Porcher sets fast lap of the race. Top 3, well, Max in a league of his own, and then the R2 boys in the Maserati have pulled a massive gap on Behrman, 19 seconds. And he's now going to get the DRS on his teammate, and then we should see Antonelli getting out of the way. Is he getting out of the way? He is getting out of the way. There we go. I don't know why he decided to do it during a corner when you had a nice long straight to do that. Well, there we go. Leclerc is into P2. Antonelli's dropped back there because he allowed that overtake in a silly place. 13.4 seconds to Verstappen. We're going to stop lap 50 with Leclerc. Verstappen stops now. Verstappen is into the pits then.
Everything is ready.
Where is he coming out? Is Antonelli going to get past him? He is. It's not really going to matter in truth. Does Verstappen, I didn't see his tyres there. Is he on... Oh, we're looking at Antonelli. Verstappen's on the mediums, is he? Or was that softs? Oh, it's the mediums. I thought I saw a yellow stroke tyre. Right, Leclerc. We need to pit him this lap. So Leclerc is coming in this lap. He's pulled 6 seconds on his teammate. Yeah, Antonelli hasn't enjoyed that hard stint, has he?
Odd race.
Hasn't enjoyed that hard stint at all, is Kimi Antonelli. Alright, can Antonelli hold Max up a little bit here, I wonder? Probably not. But let's see. Max now on fresh mediums. Right, Charles in the pit lane. Nice defend. Let's have a look then at Charles Leclerc. As he's making his final stop of the day. He's had a great race, Charles. Needs a good stop though. And it's a sticky left rear. Get it off, boys. Come on. 3.9. It's not awful in the end, but it's not ideal. And here comes Max Verstappen. Can Antonelli push him out wide? No, he can't.
There's been an issue in the pits.
So Leclerc has a pit stop issue. I think he'll still clear Albon easily. He will.
It's just a lot of confidence.
As we've got a yellow flag. Hadjar is out. It is a virtual safety car. And the pendulum will swing back to Kimi Antonelli. I think we go mediums because we're coming in a little bit earlier. Although... No, let's go softs. Let's go softs. Hadjar's crashed. We just missed the replay, but there he is. Don't think we'll get the replay off this one, will we? No. So Antonelli, I think, will retain this position on Charles Leclerc now. Charles Leclerc has had a great race. And unfortunately, he's going to be done by the virtual safety car. So that's unlucky for Charles. Let's forward Antonelli into the box then. So yeah, where is Leclerc? Yeah, Antonelli should be safely past Leclerc. Unless he has a slow stop. Well, that looks pretty clean. Best stop of the day for us. And yeah, Charles is going to be too far back there. I'd imagine. I don't know. It might be close between them. The safety car line, though, will mean Antonelli does lead. There it is. So Leclerc gets right with his teammate, but he's been unlucky there because he had a massive gap on Kimi. But had Charles out of this race, unfortunately it's not a full safety car, so Verstappen has a 19-second lead here. Right, might just need to attack here. Leclerc, so he didn't lose too much time. And, wow, it's not a full safety car. It's another virtual. It's safety car. It is a full safety car.
Safety car.
It's, oh, no, it's Ollie Behrman, though. No, he was having a great race for Williams. Behrman with Carlos Sainz. Sainz also having a good race. And the old Williams driver collides with the new, and Behrman, ooh, collected each other again. Two impacts then. Ollie Behrman out of the race. Sainz surely has damage as well. Behrman out. That's, yeah, guttering for Behrman. He was going to score big points for Williams today. But we have a safety car. Could have had a free pit stop there, to be fair. Is Max with the safety car? He is, yeah. We could have had a free pit stop there, chat, which we could have used. I was too excited and we missed the ball on that, but that's fine. We're still going to reduce that gap to Max, and if we can get past him, we can start to manage the race. I'm going to have to allow the boys to fight now, aren't I? It's a bit harsh not to, but not to the detriment of losing out on a fight with Max Verstappen.
No lift off anymore.
Russell, good tyre life. Yeah, where's Russell? He's 80. Yeah, he has indeed. Right, when is Max going to bolt then? We're right behind him with Kimi Antonelli. Waiting to pull the trigger, and there he goes. And we're back underway then. With 6 to go. Max Verstappen on the mediums has better tyre life, but if we can get past him, Antonelli, is he going to send one onto turn 1? He's thinking about it. He's doing it. Max Verstappen has to fight it. Antonelli trying to hold on to it, but Max is going to have the inside, and it looks like he's going to get retained P1. He does. And Charles Leclerc seizes the opportunity on his teammate. What a move that is from Charles.
Do your best.
The door was open and Charles Leclerc has taken it, and now he will take the fight to Max Verstappen. And we're going to stay into this DRS now. We really need both cars to get past and the second car to hold him up. It would have to sacrifice. But we need to take the points away from Max. No DRS, of course, as Max has developed a mechanical fault. Is this going to be a Crofty replay or Max?
Dodges are getting worse as well.
He's got a gearbox issue. Max has developed a gearbox issue. How significant will that be with 5 laps to go when we cross the line here? No DRS, but there's going to be a lot of battery and slipstream here. Should have stayed in that slipstream a little bit longer. DRS now enabled. As we're going to go round the outside. It's the longer way round, but Charles Leclerc likes the look of it. And Charles Leclerc is into the lead of this race. Can Antonelli get Max Verstappen now? No, he can't. Right, now I just need to slow everything down here. Might allow Max to get back through, but it's fine. This is kind of what we need to do now. Because I need Antonelli to squeeze past Max and then hold him up. And here we go, into turn 1 then. Max has got the DRS. We used a lot of battery with Leclerc. We really need Antonelli past Max, but he's not going to be able to do it here. Max on the inside. That's going to open up the DRS again. Charles Leclerc, though, using a lot of battery. Is Max compromised? No, he's not. He keeps the position. And again, we will just turn everything down now with Charles Leclerc, the Monegas man, fighting for his life to try and win here in Hungary.
Drop a little bit.
Kimi Antonelli. Oh, he's nearly alongside Max. He is alongside Max. Come on, Kimi. Use a bit of that battery. If Kimi gets Max, this could be big, but he can't. Max keeps it in there.
Try to close the gap as much as possible.
Oh, it's all getting a bit too much for everyone.
Try to pull it down a bit.
All right, what's
more
going on?
your tires.
Leclerc, we're good. 54%. Max has still got 5% tyre margin on though. But Antonelli is squeezed through. That's perfect.
Copy. Yes, let's go.
You're doing a good job.
Don't fight teammate. I don't want him fighting his teammate now. Come on, Kimi.
Okay to push on tires.
Right, this could get a little bit nasty into turn one. I need Kimi to retain the position, though. All right, that's perfect. Right. Now, Kimi, you should be good. You should be good, Kimi, to turn everything down. Right.
No charge.
Go, go, go. This is the time for Charles Leclerc to bolt. Charles Leclerc is going to bolt, and Kimi is going to try and hold the pack up. We talked about in Baku, we didn't use our drivers to secure the win there. We're going to have to do it today. Unfortunately, Kimi's going to have to be sacrificed so we can retain the P1. And Russell might be getting past Max Verstappen there. Kimi is now 2 seconds. Leclerc's got a 2-second buffer. Charles Leclerc absolutely flying down the road now. Kimi Antonelli saving his tyres. Russell has overtaken Max Verstappen here. Now we attack with Kimi. Now we attack. Leclerc's got a 3-second lead. It's looking very good for Charles Leclerc to win this race. We said a safety car could change things. How did it change things? It's put Verstappen currently in P4. Neutral with Leclerc. But George Russell is absolutely flying that Ferrari. He's got great tyre life. He's going to go around the outside here of Kimi Antonelli. Now it's Antonelli's time to fight hard. Max has got Sainz on his inside. Russell pushed out wide by Kimi, and Kimi retains the position. And same with him. We're going to have to try and save some battery life through this lap.
Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
Where did Russell come from? I don't know. It's obviously that safety. He's obviously benefited from the virtual and safety, but he's got great tyre life. Max is down to P5. He's got a gearbox issue and he's struggling. Leclerc is going to win this race. He's got 4-second lead now. And Antonelli hold on to P2. We've got 2 laps to go. We've got a lap and a half to go. Can he hold on to it? He's saving the battery. He's got enough tyre life now. It's all about retaining this position out of the last two, the first 2 corners. If we can hold on there, he's got a great chance. Has Russell had a podium yet? I'm not sure if he's had a podium this year. He's had a championship though. He was the champion in 2025. Albon better tyre life than Max. He has indeed, and no issue. Where will Max finish in this race? Here comes Kimi Antonelli then. We've got to dump this battery. We've got to dump most of it because George Russell is flying. It's the final lap. For Charles Leclerc, it's the final lap for most of the grid. But Russell and Carlos Sainz are attacking Kimi Antonelli, but they can't get it done. Sainz, of course, has got that 5-second penalty, so Verstappen will get that position back on him. They haven't been able to make an impact on Antonelli, and I don't think there's any other opportunities to make an overtake. So somehow, it looks like we're going to get a 1-2, as there's a Red Bull involved in a crash now. It's Liam Lawson, as Max is all squirrely through there. There's an Alpine on Lawson. Slight tag there. And Lawson might be overtaken. No, the Audi doesn't go for it. Red Bull having a horrible day now. Verstappen 5th, Lawson 9th. Verstappen out of DRS, but there's no real overtaking spots. And he'll get the position back on Sainz, won't he? So Verstappen will finish 4th. Who else is in Sainz 5 seconds? All of them. Sainz will drop out of the points. Oh, that's disgusting for Carlos Sainz. But what is not disgusting is Charles Leclerc, who's had great pace, let's be honest. He was a bit unlucky to find himself behind Antonelli under that virtual, because before that, he was absolutely flying. And yes, he's got lucky with that safety car to get Max Verstappen, but he had a great move on Kimi, then on Max, and Charles Leclerc is going to win 2 races in a row. He won in Spa. He wins in Hungary. And Antonelli, who was second in Spa, does the same here. It's 2 consecutive 1-2 finishes. Sainz gets P3, but he's got a 5-second penalty, and we think he's going to drop completely out of the points. That will mean Russell's on the podium. Verstappen is 4th. And our old teammate, Franco Colapinto, will be P5. Right, let's switch over to this then. Charles Leclerc, though, up 7 himself. And remember, he started P8. He had the pace to finish P2 without any of those safety cars and virtuals. He was going to finish P2 on pure pace today, Charles, but he got unlucky for Kimi to get back at him with the first virtual. Then he got lucky with the safety car to get Max Verstappen, but it was a great overtake on his teammate. He wins back-to-back. It's Kimi Antonelli P2. Russell up 17 places to get a podium. Max drops 3 places. Franco, a good P5 for Mercedes. Alex Albon finished where he starts. Teo Pourchaire, we said about him earlier on, he does get a P7 finish, and I believe that means every team has now scored, and that's the first time that's ever happened in the series, and they've all scored within, well, before the halfway point of the season, so I'm pretty sure Alpine were the only team yet to score. We'll see in a minute on the constructors. Lawson up 13, that's a good race from him. He started at the back as well. Stroll, the mighty goat that is Lance Stroll, up 7 places to 9th, and Pierre Gasly drops 5, and that is your top 10. The McLaren boys having an awful race then. Drivers' Championship then. Max Verstappen only 13 points. Kimi Antonelli 18. But our boy Charles Leclerc has gone back-to-back, and he is very much in this Drivers' Championship now, isn't he? Yeah, Kimi Antonelli now just 8 points behind Verstappen. But Charles, when we looked at how it stands earlier, he was, what, 60 points behind Max, if Max was going to win that race and he was going to finish 3rd. Instead, he's only 38 points behind, so that is very good reading for Charles Leclerc. Liam Lawson started at the back, did well to get 4 points. He drops to 4th, though, with Charles' big haul of points. George Russell, great points for him today. He's up to 5th. Ollie Behrman, upsetting for Ollie Behrman, crashing out. He's P6, but that triggered, obviously, the safety car that benefited us. Lando Norris 7th, Sergio Perez 8th, Sainz 9th, Albon jumps into the top 10. Then we have Colapinto up to 11th, Oscar Piastri 12th, Stroll 13th, Teo Pourchaire is up 7 places with his first points of the season, Gasly 15th, Schumacher 6th, Gasly 15th, Schumacher 16th, Bortoletto 17th, Zayn Maloney 18th, and now we're down to just 4 drivers yet to score. Yuki Tsunoda in the Audi, K-Mag in the RB, Hadjar in the Alpine, and Ocon in the Haas. Constructors then. Do we now lead the Constructors? Yes, we do, by 7 points. Look at this swing. Again, when we looked at this earlier, as it stands, we weren't going to be leading the Constructors, but Max fell away, and that's really helped us. We now lead the Constructors by 7 points. We're the reigning Constructors champions, of course. We couldn't get the Drivers' Championship last year, but we did win the Constructors, so we lead again. Red Bull down to 2nd, and look at the drop-off to Ferrari. This could be anyone's how this is going on at the moment, though. Ferrari do have a good day with Russell. They're in 3rd, Williams 4th, McLaren 5th, Aston Martin 6th, Mercedes double their points for the season with 10 today, Audi get another 2, Alpine gets 6 today, RB are on 2, and Haas on 1. So as we can see, every team has scored at least a point here in 2028. Which we love to see. Pit stops, we've fallen off the pit stops here in 2028. We won it last year. We still get 12 points today. Red Bull dominated that today, and we're 3rd in that. But obviously, it's the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship that we're really concerned about. Oh, I think I need to lie down, chat. That all got a bit too excited. I thought we were just on for a dull affair. Forwarding that race to a close. That was a hell of a race, wasn't it? As I say, I thought that was going to bring itself to a bit of a dull close because we were finding ourselves before the virtual and safety car, it looked like Leclerc would get back to P2, Kimi P3 with big gaps to Max and each other, and we would just be forwarding that on to the end. But yeah, safety car drama at the end, and it really brought that race to life. Plus, Max got an issue with his gearbox, and Leclerc sent a really good move on his teammate to P2, then got Max. Then we somewhat sacrificed Kimi fighting for the, well, certainly sacrificed him fighting for the win. We might have sacrificed him for P2, but it wasn't a sacrifice for P2. We held on to P2, we held the pack up, allowed Charles Leclerc to build the gap. Good teamwork. Brings them both closer to Max in the Drivers' Championship and secures us P1 in the Constructors. So all in all, they've worked well together. But Charles Leclerc, old Charlie boy baby, I believe that's back-to-back wins. Yes, it is. So Leclerc, and as I say, it's a 1-2 in Spa, Leclerc, Antonelli, and they follow it up at the Hungaroring. So Max, 2 races in the row, has now been off the podium. So let's continue that as we head to Silverstone. It's going to be 25 days till that race. So yeah, we're going to have 3 new parts on the car, so hopefully that will help us in this fight with Max Verstappen. But that has been a very enjoyable race. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, make sure to like this, and we're going to be back very soon with the next one in this Maserati F1 Manager series.